Hello, Neolife family. How is everybody this evening? Great to be connecting with you all. Let me sort my video out before we start. There we go. Great, man. Good to have you all online with us. A very warm welcome to our Neolife family joining the call this evening. I think we are having a little freeze across the Southern African region, so I hope you're all nice and warm this evening. We're going to spend about 30 minutes with each other tonight. I want to just extend a very warm welcome to our guests that are joining us this evening. I really want to thank you for investing your time with us on this call. For those that are meeting for the first time, my name is Drew McDermott. And on this call, we are going to go into more detail on our company, Neolife, and how Neolife could be the solution to the challenges you're currently facing or the goals that you're currently striving to achieve. And then I'm going to introduce you to a wonderful person, a medical doctor, who was able to enhance her family's health and lifestyle tremendously through her Neolife business. And we're just going to have a nice conversation and chat with her. And I just think there's going to be so much that we can all learn from her. Now, for our guests, you and your future is the topic of tonight's call. That's what we're going to be focusing on. So I want to talk specifically to our guests who are looking at the Neolife opportunity for the very first time. Right now, more people than ever before are looking for a way to generate an income, part-time, from home, that they can fit into their schedule and their busy lives. In fact, it's one of the world's fastest growing trends at the moment, part-time home-based businesses. And this is driven by a number of factors. Unemployment is up. Job security is down. People are not making enough money to keep up with the rising costs of living. It's getting harder and harder to retire. Educating your kids is getting more expensive. Have you noticed that, to the parents on the call? Educating your children is getting more expensive every single year. People are completely over and they're just disillusioned with their lifestyle. They're working as hard as they know how, yet they can barely keep their heads above water or make ends meet. They want extra money to have fun. They want to travel. They want to save. They want to be able to invest. They want to be able to buy nice things. The list goes on and on. But the bottom line is people are trying to figure out a way that they can make more money. And I 100% believe that entrepreneurship is a part-time business is the solution to this growing trend. And there's a little saying, you give a man a fish, he's going to eat for a day. If you teach him how to fish, he's going to eat for life. And that is what entrepreneurship is all about. Teaching people how to create an income that keeps growing, an income that is stable, that nobody can take away from them. And if any of this is resonating with the guests on the call tonight, then I truly believe that the time is right for you to take a closer look at Neolife and what we can offer you. As a company, we have been in business for 62 years. We currently operate in over 50 countries around the world, and we are on a mission. Our mission is to make this world a healthier and a happier place. We want to end this trend of chronic disease and poor health. We want to end this trend of poverty and financial stress that is affecting so many families. And as a company, we know that we can't achieve this mission on our own. And so for the past 62 years, we have been building this global Neolife family. And we're really a global family. For anybody on the call tonight that is a Neolife distributor, you'll know you're part of a family, a Neolife community and family who find purpose and passion in empowering other people and families to great health. And in return, Neolife will empower and financially reward you, our distributors, who have chosen to partner with us in helping us achieve this mission. And when evaluating any business or any opportunity, what I've learned from experience is that you need to take a close look at 4 key elements of that business. And these elements, if they are in place, then you can move forward in gathering more information. You can move forward in making an informed decision. And so what are these elements? The first element is the product. Okay, does the company sell a product that is needed in the marketplace? And it might seem silly, but the biggest reason for new businesses failing is they're trying to sell a product or service that is not needed in the marketplace. We are essentially the world's leading whole food nutrition company. We provide whole food organic nutrition to families. And I mentioned this growing trend of sickness, of chronic disease. And our products are amazing, but our bodies are the miracle. And when we feed our bodies with the right nutrition and the right nutrients, our bodies can live healthy and active and lives full of vitality. The problem is that is not happening. And that is where Neolife steps in. Neolife provides vitamin supplementation. In fact, we were the first nutrition company on the planet that started producing supplements that were backed by an independent scientific advisory board decades ago. We are the world's leading nutrition company. And this supplementation market is growing. In fact, 77% of adults in the USA take a supplement. In South Africa, that number is at 48%. And so that is where the relevance of our product comes in. People are going to the pharmacies. People are going to the supermarkets. They're buying our types of products. They're buying nutrition. And so we just need to teach them to buy nutrition that actually really does do the job. Okay, so we have a product line that is exceptional. I'm not going to go into the product too much tonight, but you can get plenty of information on the product. Our product line is exceptional. The second element is the company. Does the company have what it takes to last in the marketplace? Do they have what it takes to deal with change? Do they have the experience? Do they have the money, the cash flow, the management, the long-term vision? Now, we have been empowering people for 63 years. We have been in business for 63 years, and we are currently operating in over 50 countries around the world. And our mission has never been as clear as it is today. And every decision that we make as a company is defined by a set of values that will ensure our distributors prosper for the next 63 years. So yes, we are very well positioned to head on for the next 63 years, 100 years. What are these values that I speak about? The first one is absolute integrity in everything that we say and do. Now, we take this very seriously. We expect this from ourselves as a company. We expect this from our Neolife distributors. Products that work. We will provide, and we're committed to providing our Neolife distributors with a unique, superior product line that has no compromise when it comes to quality and raw ingredients. Equal opportunity is another one. For all, no matter your age, your race, your gender, your past experience, no matter where you come from, you can have success with Neolife, and we will welcome you into this Neolife community and family. The third element is the support. What support do you get? So you start a business for yourself, okay? And we have a little saying that when you join Neolife, you are in business for yourself. You don't work for anybody, not your sponsor, not Neolife. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself, because Neolife takes care of all your support alongside your sponsor and your team. We provide you with all the technology. So you can build a business from home using your laptop or your cell phone. We provide you with the global support. So you can build a business in any one of these 50 odd countries, and it can be managed from your laptop or your cell phone. We have this incredible logistics system. So you can place an order online or via WhatsApp, and we will pack up that order and we'll deliver it to your customer anywhere in the country. We provide you with marketing materials. We provide you with training materials. We do weekly training and support calls. So you're truly in business for yourself, but not by yourself. We have a vested interest to see you succeed and make money in Neolife. Number 4, the compensation plan. Is there money to be made? And what do you need to do to make that money? And I think this is a very important question. I'm going to drop anchor here for just a second. What do you need to do? If you said, yes, I want to partner with Neolife, what is it that I need to do to make money? I'm going to tell you. We call it the 3 daily success habits that will guarantee your success in Neolife. The first habit is you need to use the product. Okay, we want you to build up a solid belief and love for your Neolife product range by using them daily. Okay, you can't believe in them without using them. You're already using our type of products in your home. We encourage you to change your buying habits and support your own business. Okay, so here are just a few ideas. Change your home cleaning products from your all the products that you clean your home with. We can replace those. Change all your laundry products. We have the most incredible home care and laundry range, which will help you save the planet and will help you save money and will help you get the toxins out of your home. We want you to start using the Near Life Nutrition. Okay, we're not saying use every one of our nutrition products, but at least start using our core nutrition range and become an ambassador for great health. As part of the Near Life family, one of the things we want you to do is to live with health and vitality. We want you to feel fantastic. Your skin deserves the best. Use our Nutrients Organic Skincare range. Use our shampoos, our conditioners, our hand and body lotions, our shower gels. These are products that you're already using in your home. Redirect your buying habit. That is the first daily success habit. And I'm pretty confident that everybody on the call is saying, yes, we can do that. Just incidentally, people who use a family of 4 on average that uses our home cleaning products and laundry products will save about 4,000 Rand a year on their cleaning bill. Okay, I hope that's a bit of motivation for you to change your buying habits. The second daily success habit, share your Near Life product and business opportunity with at least 2 people every single day. We all know people who are passionate about their health or who have a desire to improve their health. We know people who are conscious about protecting the environment. We know people who love healthy, glowing skin. We know people who like to save money. The list goes on and on and on. Every home has a need for our product range. So develop the habit of sharing the products with at least 2 people every single day, and this will help you build a solid customer base. And this will form your first area of income, which is your retail income. Now, we all know people who have a need to improve their finances or have a desire to become financially free. People who are frustrated with their current career or lifestyle, or they have a desire to live with purpose, to make an income with an impact. They have a desire or they enjoy traveling. They have children to educate. They have a need to save for retirement. And again, this list goes on. There's a growing need for the Near Life opportunity in many households in today's world. And we want you to develop the habit of sharing the Near Life opportunity with at least 2 people every single day. And this will help you build up a network of other Near Life distributors in your team that are using the Near Life product and sharing the product and the opportunity. Okay. And habit number 3 is personal development. And this is a biggie. Spend at least 15 minutes every single day reading, listening, or watching content that will help you nurture your talents and your gifts within you. And I've learned that successful people, they never stop learning. They never stop growing. They're always striving to become better versions of themselves. We are in the business. When you're a Near Life distributor, your key job is to add value into other people's lives, help people get healthier, help people start a business that makes them extra money. That is your key job to do in Near Life. But to add value, you need to become more valuable. And Oprah Winfrey said it beautifully. We can't become what we need to be by remaining what we are. We can't become what we need to be by remaining what we are. We put a big emphasis on personal development in our business. So those 3 daily success habits: use the product wherever you can in your home. Share your product and opportunity with at least 2 people every single day and become the best version of yourself through personal development. And what we can guarantee you is if you do these 3 daily success habits over a consistent period of time, not up and down, some days, over a consistent period of time, you will succeed in Near Life. Okay, so that is a little bit about the company and what you have to do and the 4 elements. I hope I've covered them clearly so you have a good idea and enough information that by the end of this call, you'll be in a position to make an informed decision. So let's get our guest speaker onto the call. Dr. Eseza, let me pull you up here. I'm going to turn your video on for you. Okay. There you are. Add spotlight. Okay. Dr. Eseza, good evening to you. How are you? Oh, you're on mute. I'm going to unmute you. Okay. There you go. Dr. Eseza Nambassi, everybody. How are you, Eseza?
I'm very, very well. I'm in a very interesting situation right now, but I'm good. Thank you.
Tell me about your situation.
We've had to set up a studio because we are load shed.
Okay, so every South African on the call tonight will know about load shedding. For those that are dialing in from other countries, we're having these power outages for 2 hours in different parts of the country every day at the moment. That's what we call load shedding. So listen, you've made the effort. You're on the call. You've got connectivity. You've set up some sort of light there. It's great to have you with us. Thank you for joining us. And let's get straight into it, Eseza. And I think a good place for us to start the call tonight is just tell us your story. What made you, as a medical doctor, what made you take a look at near life and say, yes, that is something that I want to be a part of?
Okay, I've got a fascinating story, and that's because I was born in a fascinating country. I was born over 60 years ago in a country called Uganda. And I call it fascinating because we have had a history of political and economic upheaval. And so at some point, I decided that if I was to make a life of for myself, I would have to make a few difficult decisions. Already, as a family with my parents, we had to live outside the country, in another African country, but in a word that I don't particularly like using, exile. So yeah, we left again, and this time it was my husband and I, and we eventually arrived in South Africa via Zambia. Our first child was born in Zambia. And I was always searching for a better life, let's call it that way. And one of the things I was looking for was how to practice my profession with integrity. And it's interesting that you say that's value number one of this company, absolute integrity. Because while I was at medical school in the 80s, I kept on having these run-ins with the professors. And I remember quite a big blowout with when we were being taught pharmacology. And I actually totally disagreed with a few things. For example, bringing down blood pressure by reducing the blood volume by causing a lot of urine to be passed in order to bring down blood volume. Now, my scientific mind told me, yeah, that is pretty obvious, right? Because if the blood volume goes down, blood pressure also goes down. But I argued that what collateral damage will take place? And I said, okay, but I put up my hand and I said, but what would happen to blood vessels, for example, in the kidneys and the brain and places like that? Won't that result in reduced blood flow? So yeah, I became quite unhappy with what we were being taught. But then I was told to shut up and sit down. So I shut up and sat down and I just became angry. So by the time we got here, I was searching and I had major anger issues with what I had been taught, which ran counter to my grain, if I can call it that. So there was that misalignment. So I was looking for something. And so I decided to start by cleaning up my particular environment. Okay, I started having children. I said the first one was born in Zambia. We arrive in South Africa, I get a second one. And each time we went shopping, I would irritate my husband because I would read those labels. And what I was seeing on the labels was not pleasing to me. And I had started doing a concept that I later said, okay, connecting the dots. I started connecting dots between what I was seeing and what manifestations were becoming evident. And so eventually, here is a woman who is worried about her little children, concerned about the household, disliking the cleaning products that she was spending a fortune on, until eventually Eddie's my husband, said, okay, I'll do the shopping, you stay at home. Because I told him I hate going to the shops. So I eventually dropped down and said, okay, I'm going to pray that something changes. And what do you know? A phone call came, and I am forever grateful for the person who made this call, and for all the guests on the call. Please start being grateful. I can tell you that right now. But anyway, he called me to say, if I were to show you a way to make an extra income, would you be interested? And I said, yes, I'm very interested, but is it legal? Because I will do nothing illegal. And he said, yeah, I'll come and tell you. So I made sure Eddie was home. We were home together. We were working very hard as doctors at that stage in the Eastern Cape. And he came and just asked us, what is your dream? And I said, what? This man promised to tell us how to make some bucks. So you can immediately see that I was looking for something, and I did want an extra income because my kids were small and we had all the expenses and overheads. So he wanted to know what my dream was. And I said, I want to educate my children. I want to put them in the best schools. And I gave him a lot of reasons why I had to do this. And he said, okay, fine. On such and such a day, make sure you two come for a presentation. At that time, we were doing open meetings. And so we arrived all dressed up as we had been instructed, you know, smart, businesslike. And in the room was a product display. And on this display were cleaning products. And I just could not believe my eyes, because I had been searching for something different. And that was how I got started. The first thing I told my husband that I am signing on this dotted line. And the very first order was to replace everything in my house. I got the kit, but over and above the kit, I threw out the car shampoo, I threw out the furniture polishers, and brought in the ones that Neolife has to offer. And that's how I started. And obviously there were nutrition supplements. I've always been quite particular about our nutrition, but I was even more particular about the fact that I didn't want toxins in the house. Okay. And so, yeah, that's the story in short. But I had to take a membership because obviously it made sense.
Yeah. So now that's interesting. And I know, and we can hear from your story, you have fallen in love with the products. And if you spend more than 2 minutes with a Eseza in person, she loves the products, and she's an incredible believer in the products because she just used the products and she's had these benefits on the products. But just for the distributors on the call, something I want you to take note of in that story. Dr. Eseza, medical doctor, so is her husband, her husband, Dr. Eddie Nambassi, but you still had a need for business opportunity for all those reasons. You had kids to educate, you had bills to pay, for various reasons. And so very often we go about thinking, okay, well, somebody needs our product, but they probably don't need our opportunity. It's such a relevant thing right now, and I think it's significant that as a doctor, you saw this as a potential business opportunity. And you, over the years, you've grown a very, very successful business. What are some of the benefits that you have experienced because of the business?
Well, the first and biggest benefit has been the health, the healthier lifestyle that we now lead. I'll tell you about my third baby that I had. I call her the Neolife baby. I was able to compare and contrast my first pregnancy 11 years before my third pregnancy. And I must tell you, I was far healthier having a baby 11 years later, but on Neolife products. I saw the difference. I didn't get the fatigue. I didn't get the swelling of feet. In the first one, I had a rise in blood pressure. This one, I didn't. I was driving right until I had to be stopped from driving. Yeah, so I saw the difference. So health. Then the other one was because of my passion for integrity and telling the truth. I became more aligned, and I could say I became a better doctor because I learned a lot of the kind of information that we never were taught in medical school. And that's something that one can not put a price on when one gets involved with Neolife. We have learning opportunities like no other. And then another benefit was I was able to resolve my anger issues with the country of my birth, because I actually was one of the pioneers of introducing Neolife into East Africa. And to me, that's really one of the things that I've always wanted, to leave a legacy. And yeah, that's one big advantage that I can count on. But another one, and that's another one that I can't put a price to, is the number of friends, the true friendships I have developed by being associated with Neolife. Because as I say, I came from a different country into this one, and I've made such firm friends in Neolife that I would never exchange them for anything. Yeah.
Fantastic. Wonderful. And Eseza, while we have a medical doctor on the call, and I know it's on everybody's mind as we, the third wave is on us of COVID. Now, I just want to be very clear to everybody on the call. We're a nutrition company, and we most certainly don't claim to cure or prevent COVID. But what we do know is that our immunities are the very first line of defense when we are exposed to a virus. And that's something that we can control. And so just for the people listening on the call, how can they protect themselves best through Neolife during this third wave?
Okay. I'll come back to that one, but I've forgotten one more little advantage, big advantage. Okay. Last year, we were supposed to go to Europe. Because of COVID, we couldn't go to Europe, but that's the other advantage. I've traveled quite a bit with Neolife, okay, and it will come back. But talking of immunity, my area of focus and interest within the medical profession has for many years been HIV and everything related. And I chose it for a particular reason, because I felt that that's where I could make the biggest impact, and also for personal reasons as well. We'd lost a lot of relatives to HIV. So I went into HIV, and because of the value one can give by just nourishing somebody, I learned that by encouraging people affected and infected with HIV just to look after the basics of nutrition, that was always the first step, and they would handle ARVs way better than somebody who came in malnourished and immediately started on ARVs. So as a result of that, I actually went into practice long before the rollout of ARVs. I went into private practice just so that I could make a difference to that particular community. And it was one of the legacies I can say I left, but I learned a lot. And what I have learned, and it is irrefutable, is that nutrition is the key. It's the absolute pivot to our immune systems. And now, when you think about it, we put our nutrition into our mouths and it has to go through the gut. So it brings me to a statement that was made thousands of years ago by Hippocrates, who's known as the father of modern medicine. And he said that all disease begins in the gut. And the modern version of that today is all disease begins in a leaky gut. So I'm particularly interested in gut health. And that's because the gut is the biggest immune organ that we have. And all disease will manifest as a result of trouble somewhere in the gut. And the gut is huge. Mm-hmm. So my advice is basically, now that we are entering winter, become mindful, just be really intentional of not disturbing that population that lives in your gut. Do you know that you have over 2 kilograms of bacteria living in there? And if you look after them well, they'll look after you very, very well. And we call it the gut microbiome. It is not an enemy, it is a friend, okay? But you need to do your part and look after it. I'm just talking to the general audience. So now we are in a very interesting situation where we are chasing a virus and really running after this virus, but not emphasizing enough the importance of looking after our end of the bargain, which is the immune system. So my advice is that, yeah, do your detox regularly, get rid of the bad bacteria, make sure you don't put in any more toxins than necessary. So watch the amount of sugar you're eating and all those lovely comfort foods. They're not really nice for you. And just become more mindful and learn, keep learning. And out of all that, an advantage that I've seen is that if you learn what nourishment the body needs and actually supply it, your body, as Drew said, is the miracle. It's the miracle.
And so just from a practical point of view, you mentioned detox. So I know we have the most amazing detox program. I know there are people on the call tonight who do that detox monthly, every second month, and they just love it. But from a product point of view, practically, how could somebody boost their immune system? You know, they need to eat intentionally, more good stuff, less bad stuff. But what product would you recommend from our range to help them do that?
Okay. In your life, things are actually made quite simple and straightforward. We have what we call the core nutrition, and that comprises of Pro Vitality for the adults, and for the children, we have a children's equivalent, which I found really, really important because, you know, we need to remember that children might actually need nutrition more than we adults do, okay? So these are nutrition supplements. They are not medications, and they are not to take away what you should be doing ordinarily, which is to eat sensibly. But the core nutrition is Pro Vitality, which is 4 items in there. And those are the key nutrients that Neolife has and which are unique to Neolife, which are TREANN, omega-3, carotenoid complex, and a multi. All of them sourced from food, real human food, whole food, and non-GMO, and all tested for toxins. And there's what I love about it, 0 tolerance for toxins. Okay, so very important. Now, I want to talk about omega-3 specifically because it is a big, big deficiency. There's a big deficiency in our diets of omega-3. And that imbalance is what is driving a lot of inflammation. And if you can picture this, an inflamed gut means that it will become leaky, which means that the immunity will be affected, which means that disease is driven. And so I've recently made an analogy, actually, that as a result, we human beings have immune systems these days that are attention deficit and hyperactive. And when I thought about that, I said, that's precisely what is happening with COVID, because a virus comes along and the immune system is so attention deficit, it doesn't recognize it. And then it goes into overdrive, hyperactivity. And that's what we have had called the cytokine storm. So to temper all that, there has to be enough of the nutrients on board to ensure that the immune system is reined in and it becomes attentive to the job at hand. Right, so those are the core products, and the other core product are the amino acids. Neolife gives us all 22 amino acids sourced from food, and among them is a key amino acid, one of the essential ones called lysine. It's absolutely crucial to help the body, the immune system, to fight viruses and to uncouple the replication of viruses. So, you know, with that combination as the core, one can add on other things that are available from Neolife. We've heard a lot about zinc. Ours is chelated. And, you know, we were taught about chelation a long time ago in biochemistry. And so now I come to Neolife and we are being told about chelation and chelated minerals. Minerals, by their very nature, are very, very difficult to absorb by the gut. But chelation helps that process of absorption. So I was so fascinated. So you were asking me about what I've got from Neolife. One other advantage is that I've been able to apply what I was taught in real life. A lot of things we were taught were almost abstract, because after we learned them in biochemistry and physiology in the foundation phases, we were then being taught how to prescribe and treat symptoms. But now here I am with Neolife, where I can apply information that I collected to real life to get real results. And that's what I love about what we do.
Fantastic. Eseza, that's amazing. And just to close it off for the guests, from a product point of view, Pro Vitality. You can start this business with a box of Pro Vitality. That is when Eseza talks core nutrition, that's a Pro Vitality. Add the shake to that. Your kids have the Vita Square and Vita Guard, which is their core nutrition, and add to that a NutriShake or Neolife Shake. So thank you for that product information. We weren't actually going to go there tonight, but I think so many people got value from that. So I really, really appreciate it. But just to close off this call and to speak directly to the guests, first of all, I want to thank you for joining us. And Eseza, I want to thank you for joining us and for giving us your time and your knowledge tonight. We so appreciate you. And thank you to our guests. Thank you to our distributors on the call. But for our guests, I want to encourage you to get back to the person who got you onto this call and get your questions answered. If you're looking for great health, if you're looking for a lifetime of energy and vitality, get onto the products. If you have been on the call tonight and said, yes, you know what, I need an opportunity, for whatever reason it may be, then I'm going to encourage you to have the courage to take the first step of faith. And what is faith? Faith is believing in something that you have not yet seen. And every successful journey starts with a human being having the courage to take the first step of faith. The time is right. Never has there been a better time for our product and our business opportunity. If you're looking for change in your life, come and join this Neolife family. Give us your commitment. Give us your time. Give us your passion. And what I can promise you is a lifetime of purpose-driven income that you'll make through your Neolife business. So good night to you all. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you all on Monday night.